Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we are, Monday morning. And it's more than Monday in the morning. It's Juneteenth. A day of contemplation. Yes, a day of contemplation. Well, it is certainly a day to celebrate. No doubt about it. Well, let's see who's coming in. I have a few things, and I got a little reading I've picked out. A little reading that picked me out for this morning when I opened the book. And then we're going to take a minute and talk a little bit about where we are in our society and when it comes to being free. To being free. Because, like I said, this is a day of contemplation. Hello, Una. Good morning. I love it when the messages start coming through and I can see who's here from where. It's so beautiful out here underneath my tree. Just turned 8 o'clock. I actually popped on a few minutes before. Just sitting out here. Oh, I did forget something though. I am going to share this right away to my page because I can. So let's see here. Well, there I am. Yep, it's like going back in time a couple of seconds. Alrighty. So I'm gonna share it now. There we go. Now it should be shared to my page. And you know what? I'm just gonna double check because sometimes I don't. And you know what? I can double check. There I am. It's all good. All right. Patricia, good morning. Abbott Lib, good morning. Susan, good morning. Teresa, good morning. Keisha, good morning. Reverend Dede, good morning. Judy, good morning. Robin, Katie, Azucena, Sena, good morning. Jennifer, good morning. Oh, there's my phone howling. Sometimes I just like to leave it on. It makes me feel good when I hear the howl. Some people it drives crazy, I know that. So, good morning, greetings. Everybody now, you can put your prayer requests over here in the chat line if you like. And whether you do or don't, doesn't matter. It's out there in the world anyway, but I'd love to see them. Well, hugs right back to you. Absolutely. I hope everything is beautiful down in Garden Grove for you this morning. Let's see. It's funny. Good morning, Henry. Good morning, Curtis. Alberta, yes. Nice. Okay. Boy, sometimes these things go by so fast you can't see them. Hello, Philip. Hi, Tanya. Annette. It's filling up. Marcella, good morning. Good morning to you. So beautiful to have you here with us this morning. I love it when folks come in and other practitioners jump in or on the line and everybody's holding vigil and love for each of us here. It is a beautiful day. Good morning, Susan from Santa Cruz. Yes. New York City. Yes. I love it. Well, it is Juneteenth. It's a big day to think about and contemplating. Contemplating the act of slavery, the presence of slavery in our society, the idea of whether or not people even know they're still being held in slavery. And I'm trying to avoid the words slaves and calling somebody a slave because nobody's truly a slave, though slavery exists where people are held in bondage and these things. And there are so many different kinds of bondage, you know. Praying for justice to prevail, yes. Continued prayer for right alignment, employment, absolutely. Well, here's the thing about it. Juneteenth, when these people held in bondage in Texas were finally found out that that slavery, legal slavery, had ended in Texas. And they hadn't known because nobody told them. Now, how many people today, and this is what this day really does for me, and it's a huge day, and I know that, and a huge celebration for this moment and this day. But how many times do we get lost in the happy this and happy that and forget the truly what's going on a particular holiday? Certainly it's happened with, Martin Luther King Jr. People celebrate it that have no idea how much he was anti-war and anti-capitalism, and yet they celebrate his day. Well, let's look at what slavery is today, and let's continue to pull back the veil on what it is all over the world and here in America. One of the things I do, and I'll ask people this question a lot, is today in modern world, what is slavery here in America? And around the world, it's also many different forms of slavery. But here in America, let's ask the question, what would it take in America, in the city you live in right now, to own a human being? To house them, clothe them, feed them, give them medication to keep them healthy, healthy health care, and giving them some entertainment time off so that they can be productive workers and these things. What would it cost to own a human being in modern society? Well, here in LA, I can tell you, it would easily cost $60,000, $70,000 a year to truly own a human being and have them be a productive worker. Now, maybe a little bit less in some corners of the city and stuff, but in general, it's going to cost a pile of money. So here's a question. If it could cost $50,000, $60,000 plus to own a human being, for my take on it is anybody that is paid less than what it would cost to own them is in fact living in a type of bondage, slavery. So I celebrate Juneteenth and these 250,000 plus black people that were found out that they were free in 1865. Absolutely, we have to celebrate that and we have to remember it. But we have to remember it by also continuing the evolution and the revolution towards more freedom for all peoples across this planet. And understanding that slavery isn't just having somebody that's in your control physically every minute of the day that you can chain up or do these things to. Slavery is something much, much deeper and bigger than that. Where are we as a society when it comes to slavery? Let's contemplate it this day while we celebrate this amazing time in our history. Let's not forget that there's still work to do right here, right now, in America, in the United States. I don't want to say America because the Americas are all from the bottom tip of South America to the top of Canada. But in the United States and everywhere else, where are we when it comes to slavery? Slavery. You know, it's what I read recently is that I think it was Harriet Tubman said something about that she never, and maybe it wasn't her, maybe I'm misdoing this. She never freed anybody from slavery that wasn't already freed. Because the people that didn't know they were free didn't get on the train with her. So, now today, on this amazing day of celebrating freedom in this country, let's all stay on the train and get on the train and continue this march towards freedom of all peoples with complete, total love and equality. So that's my soapbox for today on it. And for me, it's freedom. Freedom starts where it all starts, right here, right inside. Now this morning, on this fantastic holiday, I opened the book to chapter 12 in spiritual liberation, which I'm still sort of sticking to a little bit. And even with my time I spent just talking a little bit about some thoughts on Juneteenth and whatnot. Yes, Tanya, it is an inside job. So I was going to read this few moments here. It's called The Myth of Perfection. And when I opened the book, it immediately had the quotes of a song, my favorite Ricky Byers song, which is In the Land of I Am. In the land of I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. You can't fall from grace in the land. You cannot be hurt in the land. In the land of I am, there is no beginning, there is no end. There just is, period. So, are you waiting for your perfect job, your perfect mate, perfect children, perfect weight, perfect car, perfect home, perfect spiritual path, an overall perfected self before you give yourself the gift of self-acceptance? If so, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. No matter how many credentials, accolades, wall plaques, or trophies you acquire, your jubilation will be cut short by a rude intruder, the ego's gossip, that you aren't yet quite eligible for self-acceptance without just a little stronger sense of your self-importance. The myth of perfection is widely taught and believed in. People feel unacceptable to themselves until they live up to their own or others' definitions of what it means to be perfect. Most people have never even examined those definitions in order to dispel their mythology. And no matter how well we live up to them, if we have not created a welcome home in our hearts for ourselves, we will not be comfortable in our own skin. As long as we believe that until we accumulate enough outer evidence of having arrived at the good life, we prevent ourselves from relaxing into self-acceptance. Baby boomers, people born between 1946 and 64, were raised eating a cereal that was branded as the breakfast of champions, which came packaged in boxes with photos of Olympic gold medalists and other idolized role models. The obvious message was, these people are perfect. They eat our cereal, and if you eat it too, you can become perfect. We have taken over where our parents, educators, coaches, religious leaders, and society have left off in our perfection training. Perfection and a standard of excellence both requires commitment, discipline, and one-pointedness. However, they differ in their motives and results. A perfectionist must outstrip the competition and satisfy the ego. A person who functions as a standard of excellence reflects his or her own personal best while satisfying the heart. Those seeking perfection push others aside for the sake of personal gain. Those who strive for excellence seek success for others as well as themselves. That's the page I opened to that spoke to me. Actually, it's the first page I opened to in that book for this morning. The myth of perfection. The myth of freedom. But the myth of freedom is only a myth as long as we are not free. Freedom inside. Freedom inside. Yes, it's like Nelson Mandela talked about. Is that He was free long before they released him from prison. So many other people that have been falsely and wrongly or rightly incarcerated for different kind of crimes made up by society, that gained their freedom behind bars and understood that true freedom is something that's inside. And this idea, this myth of this perfect being that we can be, that society has this view of, is not the perfection that we need to strive for. The perfection we need to strive for is the perfect journey of lifing inside of ourselves, inside of me, for instance. Okay, so let's take a minute. And I see there are people out promoting themselves on the string here we have, and I would request that please don't promote your websites and your and other things there. And I ask that because it's not the place for it. I love you, and you're welcome here, but please don't. I am here right now, and I am so grateful to be here right now. I am grateful for my very breath on this amazing day of awareness. I am grateful that Juneteenth has become a national holiday for people to examine and live and express a true longing for freedom and a true understanding of freedom. I am grateful for my very breath this morning, right here underneath my tree. I am grateful that on this amazing Monday over this world, I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. What am I grateful for? I am grateful for lifing. Lifing. That is what God is. Lifing. Nature. Love. Joy. The creative forces of the universe. Everything that is. Right here, right now, inside this one life that is the life of God. Omnipotent, omni-intelligence, omni-joyful, omni-abundant. Everything, everywhere is lifing, creating more life that is creating more life that is creating more life. Lifing is all things everywhere. This is who and what I am. I am lifing. We are lifing. Right now, right here in this moment, life is lifing through us, as us, through we. We are. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the lifing here on this planet. This is how God works through humanity on earth, through us, as the we, as the me. I am all that I am. And I extend prayers and understanding out to all the people that are on this string and everywhere else that that have physical ailments, knowing that the perfect healing of God, lifing, is taking place in their life. Knowing that each and every person attending to each and every person that has any disease or chronic ailment or physical injury, all of these things, all of these people, all of the people working them are inside the one life of God, And the healing touch of God is there now, taking place. I extend this group's energy, this love, this perfect life right here, right now, out into the world to every little nook and cranny that is suffering from any natural disasters that are taking place around the planet. I extend knowing that God is there in all of those places right now, in each and every being, in each and every place. There is no spot that God is not present right now, creating an amazing moment right here, right now. And I know that as we perceive and see the world, and we see that there are things taking place, both natural and unnatural, in our weather cycles and in other things on this planet, that indeed these things have been taking place since the dawn of time. And that right where they are, God is, and the perfection of God is moving in a forward direction through the love, joy, and abundance of these moments. I know that all around the world there are places where people are still held in bondage. Bondages of all different types. Yes, held in bondages where slavery is live and active. Financial slavery, direct slavery, the slavery of our children all over the world. I know that as there are places all over this world, in every society on this planet, that the slavery of people is still taking place. I know that in these places, God too is right now, right here. Yes, God is, because God is or God isn't. So I know that in each and every one of these places, there is the love of God, the freedom of God, the perfection of God. And as this world moves forward and more people achieve true freedom from within their own soul, the act of physical slavery fades, becomes weaker, and freedom, love, joy becomes the determining factor that drives the world, because there is nothing greater than the power of love. And I know that as other things are taking place around this planet, things that perceive and seem to be bad, that in these things there is a gift of good, a gift of God. So today I move forward through life looking for the gift in every single thing I see. Today I move through life knowing that this holiday is a day of remembrance and a day of awareness. Today I strive to be aware of the God, the freedom, the love in each and every one of everybody I meet and see. Today I live in the freedom of my own being. Today I live my lifing in and as the lifing of all things. I give thanks. Thanks for the strength and the power of these words. Thanks for this prayer that goes forward and is a reminder to all of us that we are the lifing. I give thanks. And I release it into the big, powerful, loving yes that is all things. Yes, yes, yes. And I let it go. I let it go. And I say, and so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done. Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody who's here. Peace be still. Harriet, Hello, good morning, Michelle. Peace be still. Mighty God. Yes. And so it is. Yes, Harriet. Yes. Mm. Prayers for sons and grandsons. Yes, Michelle. Prayers for Allison and Roberta for healing and peace. Yes, Carolyn. Glory to God. Yes, Marlene. Yes. We are divinely blessed. Absolutely, Phil. We are loved unconditionally. We are beautiful. Yes, we are. Namaste. Hi, Alice. Namaste. Yes. Yes, gratitude for all we have, knowing that the blessings and abundance of the world are already here for us. Know it, and be grateful. I pray to be impeccable with my words, thoughts, and feelings. Yes, Crystal. Judy, thank you, and you're welcome. Yes, Dorothy. Keisha, yes. Oh, Marlene, frozen. I hope I wasn't frozen too much on folks. If I was, I only saw one message for it. And that's as far back as it's allowing me to go. That's, maybe I did blip out for a moment at that point. Who knows? Who knows? So it is. So I wanted to thank everybody for being here. Go forth on this holiday, this day of Juneteenth. And yes, happy Juneteenth. But find that happiness in an awareness that there are still people living in bondage that don't yet know they are being held in slavery. And let's raise this awareness, and let's keep this awareness going. And I celebrate the freedom of all peoples as I celebrate today the freedom of the last people held in the bondage of the old slavery of this country. And I celebrate the turning point that reflects in the world and slavery as a whole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I love this time. I love being here. And I will always love being here with us. So, I'm going to say thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.